can do individually. Um, it just allows you this freedom to just be able to quickly select things and move them around. Okay, so let's just get this into a rough idea of how we're going to line this out, and we want to use our rulers here, so we want to get a nice central guideline. So we know that our width of our postcard is 110, so we are looking for the 55 mark. So remember, we've got subdivisions 25, that's 50, and then they're in here, 55 would be that. So there's our guide there, and that means that we can line things up centrally. So I'm just going to move the quote marks out of the way. These are secondary for now, and I'm going to select the United, and I want to align it to the guide. Now at the moment I cannot select the guide. If I wanted to select the guide to move it, I can do by going view, guides, unlock the guides, and I could move it around if I wanted to. To lock the guides again, you just go back and view, lock the guides. You can also turn your guides off at any time by just cutting the command semicolon, and that will get rid of bleed marks as well. But if you do that, then your guides will automatically be locked when they come back on. So I want to try and emphasize, unity within this. So I'm going to go into isolation mode. I'm going to select all the letters and individual letters, and I'm going to jog them together to try and overlap them to give that sense of them being united. It is going to be tricky with some of these letters because obviously if I overlap this, I is literally just a line, so I'm going to then lose the T within this. It's not going to be readable, so you have to, I'm just going to be careful with that. I might go back and link up the N and the I, and likewise the T and the I by just doing something like that. The whole idea is just to give a sense of, that it's all joined up, everything's nice and joined together, and emphasises the word united. Another reason why we've created outlines is so that we can do things like this, and what I want to do is take a stroke and join that to that I there. So in order for me to do this, I need to understand what the width of my strokes are on that typeface. If I draw a box and go to the width of that, you can see that it's telling me it's a width of 1.53 millimeters. Sorry, the smart guide's being turned on. If you're not seeing that, then make sure you go view and make sure your smart guides are turned on. So 1.53. So if I draw a line with the pen tool, I'm going to go from here. I'm just going to click and hold the shift key to keep it a nice straight line. I'm going to go to sort of somewhere in the middle, click and draw that out there, and then join it to the middle point here and do the same there. Just put it into a stroke. Now I can select that stroke. At the moment it's in points. I can type in 1.53 mil into that box and it will change the stroke thickness to whatever that point is. Now you'll see that it's not perfectly lined up here, but it is there. That's because the smart guide helped me line it up, because this is a nice rectangular shape. So I need to zoom right in. Illustrator allows you to zoom in at 6,400% of the object, so we're looking at some pretty tight margins here. I can't just sort of click and drag it. I've got to get it as close as I can to join in that, and that might be hard. But if I zoom out, zoom back in a bit, you can see that it's all joined up nice and neatly. Now I'm going to need to go Object and Path, outline that stroke, so that is an object now. And what I can do is select that, select this, and use our Pathfinder tool. So I go Window, Pathfinder, and then use the Merge, and I will do the same Now because I've got this as an object as well, this is going to cause a problem, because if I select these two and the Pathfinder tool together, it now joins it up. Okay, I can, if I want to, select the whole thing and join it into one object shape now. The only difference is obviously where there hasn't been any overlap, so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. To come out of isolation mode, just press the escape key. Now the Wii and the stand, I'm going to take that and make that a bit smaller. I want to get this into the center, and I want to underline stand just to highlight that a bit more. So just drawn a line, and I'm going to give it a basic stroke point of about 2.